Executive summary. Background. Local news and events are important to building community culture. Porch and Parish brings the community together by showcasing the people, businesses, and traditions that make up the Zachary community. Through the use of their local magazines, podcasts, and digital presence, Porch and Parish shares local stories and information to the members of the community. Recommendations. As of now, we recommend that Porch and Parish focuses on increasing their brand awareness by leveraging their podcast and magazine as a tool to further their customer engagement and increase their profitability through ad spending. Our group recommends that Porch and Parish magazines brands themselves as the community leader for all information related to Zachary, Louisiana. Their current position is focused heavily on their contribution to the community through the magazine. Yet to generate revenue as a business, Porch and Parish must also focus on their relationship with the business and the ad revenue that they could receive from other community members. We recommend that to broaden their credibility and position themselves in the community, they need to shift their focus from only being a magazine company. Porch and Parish must focus on creating and capturing value for their customers by increasing their partners' willingness to pay for ads. To do so, we recommend that Porch and Parish mutually reinforces their contribution to the community by offering news and opportunities for businesses to expand on their marketing efforts. By focusing on multiple channels that offer ad engagement, this strategy will increase their community's presence while offering opportunities for businesses to profit from investing in their ad spending. Next steps. With the focus on increasing their marketing channels, Porch and Parish will have the capability to expand on their brand and gain customer engagement. By entering into a digital market that has yet to be explored at full, Porch and Parish will enable to capitalize on their community presence while offering a platform for partners and local members to utilize. As a business, Porch and Parish will need to further their opportunities for growth, and to do so, they need to incentivize local businesses to invest in their brand through ad spending and community presence.
Marketing strategy overview. The objectives of Porch and Parish are to increase brand awareness, increase ad sales by 25% each edition, as well as generating community engagement. Their current positioning is serving a distinct niche, which means since Porch and Parish is based in Zachary, Louisiana, they have a hyper-local positioning, so they're able to break news stories and update the natives on events going on in Zachary, Louisiana before other bigger magazines are informed on certain things that's going on in Zachary, Louisiana as well. Porch and Parish mission statement is to elevate and inspire Zachary's community by showcasing the people, businesses, and traditions that take place in the city of Zachary and showcase why it's excellent. They do this with an online, in print, and in-person magazine. And what they do is bring the community together by sharing their stories, information, and candid conversations that take place on their podcasts. The target market for Porch and Parish is the citizens of Zachary, Louisiana. And although the magazine doesn't target a certain age group, the age group that they receive most feedback from are between the ages of 30 to 40. They also receive feedback from local businesses as well as some of the natives in Zachary, Louisiana. Porch and Parish is currently positioned as a news source and a voice for the locals in Zachary, Louisiana. We recommend that they keep this positioning, but they promote their other outlets, such as their podcast. And by doing this, we would expect them to create more brand awareness for themselves and expect an increase in the community engagement with Porch and Parish. And we do know that this is two of their main goals. For their strategic alternative, they're actually considering covering stories they're actually considering covering stories on towns near Zachary, Louisiana. For example, covering stories in Baker to gain more consumers. We don't think that Porch and Parish should do this as their strategic alternatives because it's not necessary and it may cost them more money in the long run. The strategic alternative we do recommend is using their social media platforms such as their Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to create more brand awareness and to gain more consumers. The new development that we recommend for Porch and Parish to use is, so to better integrate other outlets Porch and Parish has to offer, we recommend that Porch and Parish create QR codes and place them in their magazine. And the QR code would be a link that takes the readers directly to their website, where they'll be informed of what Porch and Parish is, how to get their ads in the magazine, and where to watch the podcast. This will increase the listeners for the podcast, increase brand awareness, as well as increase community engagement. Once Porch and Parish gains more readers and local businesses want to be placed in the magazine and they want to place their ad in the magazine, they can increase the ad sales by 25% each edition that they put out.
The pricing plan for Porch and Parish is fairly simple. Overall, their objective is to increase traffic and exposure. Advertisements are their source of revenue, so cost per click or cost per view is the best pricing method. The best recommendation is to keep costs low and budget better so the firm can survive longer. According to Porch and Parish, they own 50% of market share, competing with dollars against Zachary Post. Porch and Parish spent roughly $56,060 per year. The true cost in this industry is content creation. With competitor revenues being drastically higher than Porch and Parish, the competition also uses a freemium model. Last, the assumption is price is not the issue. The real issue is time and attention Porch and Parish can steal from their viewers.
When looking at the integrated marketing communication, we analyze Porch and Parish's market, mission, and message to then create answers for the types of media outlets they're going to use, the allocated budgets towards this marketing communication, and how we are going to measure our results. To start off with, their market consists of the citizens of Zachary's community. Most of their readers are between the ages of 30 and 40. Their mission is to build brand awareness, and their message is to elevate and inspire Zachary's community by showcasing the people, businesses, and traditions that make the city excellent. They strive to portray this by sharing stories, information, and candid conversations. Because of this, we look at Porch and Parish's media outlets. We want to integrate an integrated channel consisting of both personal and non-personal communication. Personal communication is person to person and creates a general awareness for the consumer. Non-personal has an interactive nature where senders are able to monitor the receiver's comprehension and periodically ask the audience if they like or understand the material. The sender can also spend more time answering questions and concerned consumers through channels like email. So we want to implement both of these channels to incorporate more age ranges into the target audience and ensure that our news and stories are valued and accepted. Porch and Parish should be utilizing online and social media marketing, advertising, direct and database marketing, and public relations and publicity to communicate with their audiences. Our goal is to increase the age range of their target audiences, and many of these consumers can be found via online or social media. Additionally, creating a sustainable online presence has been highly effective in recent times as society moves towards more online interaction rather than face-to-face and personal interaction.
Porch and Parish currently try to get their brand out there via their community magazine, podcast, and social media accounts. Since advertising is their only form of revenue, brand awareness is the most important thing. They need to build a loyal community in Zachary so they can build their brand and attract more advertisers. The magazine comes out quarterly and the podcast comes out weekly. They're currently the only community magazine and podcast in Zachary, so they don't really have that much competition. The big players like 225 don't currently threaten them at the moment. Their biggest competitor right now would be the local newspaper, and they have 50% market share. Their competitive advantage would be their hyper-local positioning. They can cover the news in Zachary in the quickest and most thorough way that a bigger player like 225 wouldn't be willing to put so many resources towards covering that specific area in such a thorough way. Porch and Parish currently targets anyone in the Zachary area, but their current demographic tends to be from age 30s to 40s. They're currently moving into the digital space and could target the younger crowd by focusing more on Reels and TikTok. They need interesting social media content to increase their following. Some things that they could do would be restaurant reviews, which would be also interesting content for their social media, but also act as a more in-depth form of advertising for the restaurants that might see more value in advertising on their social media in this way than a page ad in the magazine or an ad on the podcast. They could also do short form interviews on the street around town. This keeps in their mission with giving the community a voice, and the topics could range from issues that face the city of Zachary or just issues on certain political things dealing with the state or even the country or the world. They could also sell merch. They already have merch. They give it away to people that come on their podcast or advertisers, but they currently don't sell any. People buying merch in the town could raise brand awareness and also make them a little extra revenue. Porch and Parish is currently not profitable. Their only source of revenue is advertising. The revenues total to $58,000, and 90% of that comes from quarter to full page ads, and 10% come from 1/8 page ads. Their costs are currently $58,060. They are, however, on their way to break even and become profitable, and they're doing this in two ways. They recently cut out direct mail, and they now distribute the magazine to racks throughout the city, as they were previously distributing to the vast majority of residents in the city via direct mail, and that was costing a lot. They're also working on implementing digital advertising and hope that the advertisers will see the value in it.
Conclusion. Porch and Parish is a local business that has been operating in Zachary, Louisiana as a magazine company for community members. In an effort to increase revenue, Porch and Parish must grow their brand engagement and capitalize on opportunities to profit from advertisements and promotions. Their current business model is focused on their magazine distribution, yet they're unable to bring in incremental revenues to invest in other opportunities for growth. Their business model is focused on storytelling and customer engagement, and they need to leverage curve alternatives such as their digital platform to bring in revenues through partner ad spending in order to be profitable. The main goals for Porch and Parish are to increase brand awareness, increase community engagement, and increase ad sales 25% in each edition. Based on the analytics objectives for this company, it consists of posting social media content consistently and achieving a consistent growth rate of 1 to 2% of engagement each month. Overall, Porch and Parish has done fairly well with branding themselves as a publication company in Zachary. They've been able to build brand awareness and credibility in the community by inserting themselves as a source of truth for community members. Being as a publication company, Porch and Parish focuses on spreading information to the town of Zachary. To maintain their community status, they need to focus on gaining a competitive edge against larger publication companies. Based on their analytics, they have grown over 331.1% on their website in the past 3 months and have spread awareness to their brand 35% of the entire Zachary population. Their presence in the community is well known. Now, all they need to do is obtain customer attention by furthering the value that they bring to the community through increasing their focus on their digital platforms. Their growth is yet to be consistent, which is why they should focus more towards consistency and growth at this point in time. Currently, their contribution is minimal to the financial well-being of the city, yet if they are capable of expanding their brand to be recognized as a marketing opportunity for local businesses, they will be able to gain the traction they need to optimize their spending on channels that bring in revenue and ultimately provide community members with a trustworthy source to gain information and reveal storytelling, as well as a source for local businesses to invest and gain ad opportunities and awareness for their own brand.